There we go. Minor starting issues, I guess. Who knows? All right, let's see. That's going, and this is going. So as the title says, it's been a while since I've done this, and I think we will discuss those things momentarily. Now, I should honestly be recording a video right now. I have one partially recorded, but I'd rather do this. So, I've got a list here of things that I need to finish up. And it's going to be a little bit... I'm going to watch the stream. Here, lurking. All right. I'm going to watch the stream health. That all seems fine, but I seem to be having some mouse issues still. And I think I've done everything I can. I've deleted the drivers. I've reinstalled. I've tried to update. I think my mouse is going to kaput. So, bear with me as we have a little bit of an issue. But what I want to do today, I think, is do a little bit of work around the base. Just this exterior portion here where I have some things that we've talked about doing and maybe a little bit of cleanup. Apparently, I forgot about this guy up here. I'm not going to touch these mountains too much, and right there's a little bit of a... Well, don't look bad on the other screen. But anyway, this area needs a lot of love. We're going to pretty much just come in and fill it in. And I think whilst we're doing that, we're going to kind of chit-chat about everything that's been going on. The reason that there's been a lull in videos. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. We're going to wait just a few more minutes before I get into the whole storytelling portion of today, while we start placing in some dirt. And this is herky-jerky as all crap for me. I don't know. What's that? There's a button? Huh. That's the one that it's connected to, yeah. That's just to connect to other stuff, I think? Could it be the mouse pad? No, that's even worse. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, ooh, there's a hole here. We're going to fill this in at this layer. Anyway, I've got some minor technical issues, typically the start of every stream, so why would this one be any different? I was smart enough, though, to at least grab myself a bed, because I can see that it's getting dark and I am on the server all alone, which can be scary. Give me the bed. Alright, so first things first, I think I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take that zombie villager out. I know that we worked real hard to get it, but I don't need it. So, it's got to go. Where you at, dude? You're up there. Yep. Bye-bye. Boat. Another rack. Cleaned up a little bit. And, of course, why would I bring a shovel? So, once again, a little stuffed up. Gonna be a little bit of that tonight. This fall season has been kicking my butt, and that's not a normal thing for me. So I have to just get used to it. What? Oh, Endermans are doing their dirty work. Oh, and we've got that guy in the boat. I'm gonna have to do something with it. We'll figure that out in a little bit. But anyway, I think the time is now to kind of go back. We're gonna go back in time, just ever so slightly, and talk about a few different things. Oh, and we've got some dirty diorite. And I do want to clean this up as well. I have nothing against diorite, but we do want a clean-ish feeling here. And that is the whole plan. Oh, and I forgot to turn out. Give me a second. There we go. All right. So, it was a couple weeks ago that we were... Yeah, this is seriously bad. Bad. Let me see here. If I move you... Let's do this. Let's pop you out. Yeah, it's going to make noises. And then we pop you out. And we do the old school Nintendo trick. And then we pop you back in. And then we pop you back in. If I can do it. Is that gonna help? We'll see. I can never tell when I just do this. It's when I actually get going like this. And that's gonna be really weird if this actually works. But anyway, as I was saying, a couple weeks ago, I was working in Denver. And then I made mention about coming out Kentucky way. And it would be soon upon us. And I think the last time I streamed was Livestream Day. Or, yeah, Livestream Weekend, rather. For Mr. Rogue Fox, who unfortunately was unavailable due to a scheduling conflict. I think we'll just do something like that. I think that'll clean it up. Yeah. So I ended up doing a couple of streams that evening, and in between the streams, I actually went to help a buddy of mine who had a small electrical problem. He had been bugging me to help him out for a while, but he lives a decent distance away from me. Basically, he lives about north of Denver, and I live south of Colorado Springs. So we're a great deal of distance away from one another. So typically, we don't meet up much. But this guy is the individual that introduced me to my wife, so I'm very thankful for that. My wife may not be as thankful as I am, but nonetheless, I digress. We did go up there and decided to help old boy out. And honestly, it turned out to be a pretty easy solution or fix to his problem. It took me a couple of hours, but he's about a half hour away. So I got done with the live stream day midday-ish. Went and did a little bit of laundry. And then got in touch with him and went up to his house around, I don't know, 4 or 5 p.m. It doesn't really matter the time that we went up there. All that matters is whilst I was driving to his house, I was sitting there thinking about my future videos and future streams and things like that. Because that's what I do on my drives. I think about recording. I think about all of the different videos and things that we have to get done. Well, we don't have to, but I want to get done. Let's just, yeah, we'll go with that. And so I figured out, because I've been doing this electrical thing for many years, right? So I kind of know how it goes. I know the general feel of a job. I can most of the time tell when things are coming to an end and when things are going to be wrapped up. Not just the little niche stuff that I've been doing here lately, but this is, after a couple years of doing it, you know the signs, you know the tells, rather, of how jobs are going to play out. So I knew the job I was working on was coming to an end for a multitude of reasons, that being I've done this type of work before, and instinct, or should I say rather experience, is telling me. So while I was driving up to my, long story short, while I was driving up to my buddy's house, I was like, alright, this job is going to end Tuesday. So we can do a few different things. And it kind of got chaotic after my first initial thought about, okay, I can finish the Zelda randomizer, because when I do those little one-off streams, if they turn out to be kind of a two-part deal like that one did, I don't want them to be separated by days or weeks to a degree between recordings. I want them to kind of happen rather quickly. We'll get them uploaded to the second channel, which it's going to be a challenge to upload this one because my computer was having some minor issues with the recording while we were streaming. And said, alright, I've got basically, how did it work out? I've got Sunday night here that I could finish the second part of the Zelda randomizer. I could take the evening, because hotel Wi-Fi is wonderful, to upload the first part of the randomizer. And then when I go to work the next day, I could upload the Truly Bedrock stream from Stream Weekend. I said, then when I get back home, or back to the hotel rather, we can go ahead and start getting the, hey Jade, what's happening? I can get the Truly Bedrock episode that was going to go up for the Friday. And then I could try to upload the other 2 episodes before I went to bed. This way, all the episodes were uploaded and I could focus on the... that's going to take some other work. I could focus on... Geez, I lost my train of thought. The Zelda randomizers getting uploaded and done. So essentially what I had was one evening, one morning, and of course the evening. Hello, mister. Please don't punch me. Thank you. You're so kind. I had a couple of evenings to get 3 live streams and 3 episodes recorded, because I knew when I went home on that Tuesday, there was no way, not even a small chance, that I was going to go to work with knowing I was going to be driving to Kentucky in a very short succession. So I wanted to spend that time with the family. I actually took those days off, and much to my dismay, I did not spend those days relaxing. I spent those days doing honeydews, because that's, hello, what you do. Alright, dude. Alright. You're gonna do it the hard way. We'll do it the hard way. It's fine. Though I didn't get to take off the 3 days that I wanted to take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because the plan was for me to start driving Saturday, get a shield. Yeah, that could work. I'm just gonna get a lead, yank his butt out of the way. I don't need him anywhere particular. I just need him out of the way. Aha, here we go. Ooh, we are getting low. I've got more supplies. We might as well grab it while we're here. So all that prepping and all that planning that I was doing on this drive, and hey Juliana, what's happening? And Yazin, hello. Oh, bedtime. Was so that there wasn't a lull in videos. That was the whole sole purpose of all this prepping and planning. Stream Weekend hype, I know. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be a part of Stream Weekend because of reasons we will get to momentarily. But yes, a lot of my prepping and planning for videos and things like that. Hey, how you doing? Give me you know what? Keep the lead. It's my gift to you. A lot of prepping and planning for my videos go into when I'm driving from place to place. That's the secret. That's how we do it. So, as it so worked out, we did get all of the videos uploaded. This way I could take the needed time off, and I didn't even unpack my computer. I packed it up in Denver, and I rolled to my house in Colorado Springs. It's a couple-hour drive away, and it sat on my computer desk in my backpack, because that's how small my computer is. It fits in a backpack. Until such time I was heading to Kentucky. Now, when I got to Kentucky, or rather before I got to Kentucky, I kind of had an inkling. I had a suspicion. Again, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing the type of work that we are doing for a long time. I kind of know just a little bit. Not much, just enough to get in trouble with, really. And the inkling was, or the thought process was, that when I get down here, we're going to be working a lot of overtime. So I said, well, we can try it. We can try doing the recordings and stuff while we're working this overtime and see how it goes. Well, with the first couple of days I was down here, we worked 10-hour days just getting things prepped and ready to go for work. But after those couple days were up and people were actually ready for us to start doing stuff, we bumped it up. We bumped it up to 12-hour days. And I've done, what day is it? Wednesday. I've done a week and a bit, week and a half of 12-hour days. We just dropped back today to 10-hour days. So to break it down in the easiest way I know how is to basically say the work that we have accomplished in the last few days was originally planned out for 8 guys for 1.5 weeks, right? Well, it was more like a week. Let's not over-embellish our story. But that was the original plan. We were going to bring 8 guys to do this work. Now, when the time came, there was not really 8 guys that could make this journey. There was 5 of us. So we've got 1 guy kind of running the project, and then we got 4 people working. So rather than trying to find ourselves some new recruits, for lack of better terms, we just bumped her up to 12, and we actually accomplished the 7 days worth of work in 4 days. So needless to say, I have been a tired individual. I have literally, for the past week, came back to the room, took a shower, ate dinner, talked to my family, and went to bed. Like, it's hard to know where you're at or what day it is when you work 7 days a week, but when you're going to work when it's dark out and you're getting home when it's dark out, it is very, very hard to even know anything. But we did it, and we are to the point where we can drop back down to 10-hour days to kind of finish up some of the piddly stuff. But there's a date. There's a date that they want this finished by, and we have to hit that date. A lot of these jobs, we do have what is called liquidated damages, and basically that's a company's fancy term of saying we want this job done by this time, and you are agreeing to that, and if you don't get it done by this time, we can charge you X amount of dollars until it is done per day. And you sign a contract, and it's binding. And of course, nobody wants to incur that cost, so we do what it takes. But yes, I've been a very tired person for the last few days. I am happy to be at the computer because this poor thing got set up a week and a half ago and has not been... It's been on, but it's been idle. I did try to do a little bit of recordings like in the mornings, because normally I wake up about an hour or so before I've got to go into work. And I have been so tired that I have overslept my alarm, which it's a good thing I set it for such an early time anyway. Because it could have ended up bad. Not terrible, but just bad. Anyway, just haven't had the motivation. Like I said, I've been extremely tired, so that's the reason for the lull in videos. As it stands right now, we're going to try to finish up a video that could be released Monday-ish. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, it's definitely not going to be released Friday. Still got a lot to do. But it'll happen. It'll happen. It's been a long time since I worked 12-hour days. It's been a very, very long time. We've done many jobs across this country, and I used to chase those hours. I remember a time where I got onto a job, and they're like, yeah, we're working 7 days a week. We're working 12 hours a day, and, you know, good luck. And they would come back after a month and be like, we're going to drop it back down to 7, or what did they drop it to? Like 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. And I was like, well, check please. I'm out of here. I don't chase that anymore. That's too much. People need a little bit of a break. Especially from work. Life shouldn't be all about working, right? When you're literally going to work and coming back to a hotel and eating and going to bed, essentially, that's not living. And I don't like it. I'm here to enjoy this life, not struggle. But again, when I do complain, as I do from time to time to the wife, she always humbles me by saying, "You chose the job." So I have that to look forward to. But no, it's not bad. It's really not that bad. Hey, what's happening? Dump, how you doing? We're here. So yeah, anyway, I've got a bunch of things that I made a list in the last episode, right? Of like projects I've kind of left undone, and this is one of them. And I'd really like to get some of this worked out. Just cleaning up, making it look a little nicer. Things like the coal in the walls here, I want to get done. While we can, we'll see how it goes. We will. Aha! This little valley is looking a lot better. We got to get the base cleaned up. There's quite a few things. Oh, hiccup. I see you. I see you. Little piece of diorite. Bye-bye. No, it's been a crazy schedule. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, and I think my days are numbered. I will be heading home, I believe, this weekend. We'll see how everything plays out in the coming days. So the other great thing, and I'm not hating on Kentucky, not in one bit. It's actually a very, very pretty state. Very green, very lush. I like that. It's hard being from Colorado, though, and going anywhere else. I've seen many states across this nation, and I love a fair few of them for different and various reasons. But the one thing that always gets me back to Colorado is the mountains. It's not home without looking out and seeing the peak or seeing the whole range, you know, going across the Rockies. It's just, that's home. But, you know, we're getting into the fall season. We're getting into the colder temperatures. Luckily, I was smart enough to bring my box of goodies. I have a bag, not a bag, a box. It is literally a tote. Plastic tote with all kinds of things in it, like winter gear. It has, what else in it? That's looking, I like it. That's clean. Clean, clean, clean. Once the grass grows, it'll be good. It's got some, like, rain gear. It's got all kinds of different things. I can only sleep at night, goat. Should be good. What? Oh, there it is. It seems like when the sun touches the horizon is the right time, I've found. But yeah, it's got wet weather gear and it's got warm weather or cold weather gear. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. And I've kept this thing with me for many, many years. traveling across this nation, this great nation of ours. And I was almost facetious in my tone. So yeah, the first couple of days that we were here, it was, you know, in the, I want to say like the 80s. It was warm. It was decently warm. I was like, huh, this is surprisingly nice weather, considering I thought, well, I didn't know what I thought, really, honestly. I didn't know the weather to expect. What is that? Notification on my phone. Garbage. We don't need it. But started looking at the forecast coming up in the next couple of days after we got here, when we were getting ready to start the 12-hour days, and it was like cold, sunshine, cold, sunshine. I'm like, all right, I can deal with that. That's fine. I got coats. But if you guys saw my little short video I posted yesterday, I have to make a hefty climb every day for work. And that's hard to do in layers upon layers of clothes. We are wearing a full body harness at the time, and that is just a measure for fall protection. So if we were to actually slip, we ain't going very far, at least not to the ground. So it's difficult. But a couple of days after all of that, I think it was Sunday. Forecast called for rain. So the people that were building the cooling tower that we were working on were not going to work because they deemed it too unsafe to climb the cooling tower while it's raining. And here we are, like a bunch of idiots. Like, we'll do it. I'll crawl up that. I don't care. So, yeah, it rained, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained some more, and then it rained more, and I was so mad because I've worked in many different climates. I've worked in many different states, and I've dealt with cold and wind and snow blowing. I've worked in dust storms and all kinds of craziness. But the one thing I hate more than anything else is being wet. Being wet on the job site sucks. Because there's not much you can do. There's not, you know, we've got a trailer that we sit in for breaks and stuff like that, but how do you dry out in that? You don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's my least favorite thing to do, I should say. And unfortunately, it rained. And it rained just enough to get us soaking wet, and then it stopped. And I was like, this is really cool. Everything is heavier when wet also. But it stopped raining, and I'm like, awesome, this is so cool. The sun even peeked its little head out of the clouds and said hello. And that was for 3 minutes. And then the sun went away, and the clouds came back, and it rained. Just when we were drying off, literally. And so that was a really, really crappy day. But nonetheless, we got a ton of work done. Monday, it kind of did the same thing to us. It rained. And it pretty much just rained all day. Which we stayed at work and we worked in the rain because it's what we do. It's how we roll. I guess I could bust both of those out. The voice is going to be a little bit of an issue. We talked about it. A little head cold. Thought I was over this crud. Maybe it's because of the rain. I don't know. Yeah, the worst part for me when it comes to the rain is the fact that we wear gloves, right? That's just an industry standard for keeping the people protected. And when gloves get wet, it sucks. And then like today we went in, it didn't rain, but we had a moist evening. Moist-ish, I should say. So everything was covered in a little bit of sleet, right? How far do I want to take this? I think we're gonna do, well, crap. I don't know. And the goal for this morning was to remove all the things off the one tower and take it over to the other tower. And not only was it wet, but it was cold too, which sucks. So it was a pain, right? I mean, we got it done. It is what it is. But I'm allowed to complain a little bit. And today was honestly a really, really nice day. It was sun shining. It was, I think the high was like 55 today, which is honestly good working weather. And you get moving and shaking, you barely notice the cold. And like I said, it was good working weather. And today was the day that pretty much nothing could be done because we're waiting on the crane that got delayed for Monday, Tuesday, Sunday because it rained all day. I should have brought some. Oh no, that sucks. I should have brought some like netherrack, but it's all good. It's all good. So tomorrow there is a forecast for 90% chance of rain all day. So it's going to get wet. It's going to be crappy. And I'm going to be mad. But to add insult to injury, right, like I was saying, I have a bunch of stuff and gear and stuff in this tote that I take with me. And I was like, it's cool. It's cool. I've got all the stuff. I've got all the things. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, it'll be fine. So I put my raincoat on because I have one of those, and I went to work. The funny thing, let's see, that goes to above. I should say the funniest thing. If we do something like that, that doesn't look bad, right? Like if we did that, and then we did that, and just let it fall. I mean, there's a little bit, yeah, but it's fine. When I put the raincoat on, it would drip the water. It would drip the water down the back of my pants so that the water trickled down the back of my leg and it went into my boot and soaked my boots from the inside out instead of the outside in, which makes those things a pain to dry. And I laughed because I was so mad. I was so mad. I was cussing. I was hooting and hollering, raising a big old stink. And 12-hour days, again, like I said, it's hard to want to do anything after work. And speaking of which, we're only good. What time is it? 8:0 something. We're only going to go for about 40 more minutes. This is going to be a shorter stream overall just because I had a few things to take care of this evening and couldn't get started. But anyway, moving on. I was wet, I was mad, I was cold, all the things going on. I was getting ready to come back to the hotel and grab, a dry set of clothes, go back to work, those types of things. And we did that, what did I say? We did it on Sunday and then, of course, Monday. So Monday rolls around and like I said, it rained on us all day. And the same thing happens. I have a nice heavy, it's a heavy raincoat, but it's a very nice raincoat nonetheless. And excuse me. Yeah, a little bit of a whole deal there. It's a nice raincoat. It does its job. It does its job well, but it has a downfall because it leaks down my back. Anyway, my whole plan was to, once we got off work, I was heading over to the local farm and ranch store supply type place to get the things that I need. to no longer get wet. Basically, a set of rain pants. I have a set of boots that are specifically made for wet weather, and they work great. My feet have never gotten wet in them unless water gets over the top of them, which has happened, if we're being completely honest. So I was digging around in my tote because I was mad. I was steaming mad. And getting all prepped up and ready, like I said, to go to the store and do my thing. And at the bottom of my tote, what did I find? But a pair of rain pants. So I was even madder. I was like, how stupid am I to not know, what's in my tote? Like, I'm the one that put all the stuff in there. Nobody put it in there for me. And I just don't know what's in there? Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. Oof. But luckily, I didn't have to go buy any things. They do sell some really nice, like rain suits and stuff that you can buy relatively inexpensive. As a matter of fact, who makes them? Frog Togs, I think, is the brand name. They're pretty good. I was getting ready to go buy some. But nonetheless, I don't need them. But I will need the rain pants and all that gear tomorrow. It's going to be wet. And then we're working underneath this thing that these people just screwed, like, the deck down. So, obviously these screws are not water tight. So when you're underneath, it just, yeah, you get wet, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. No real way to get up to the thing if we do this. If we do that, that gives us a way. It's like, maybe like this, we're going to do... Some of this we're going to leave and some of this we're going to cover. Like the taller mountains, like this guy here, we're probably going to cut into it. But like this little guy here, I think I'm just going to cover it with what dirt I have. I'm probably going to run out of dirt. Oh, but anyway, it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be fun to see what happens tomorrow. Let's see. Can I do this? Maybe? Oh, this is going to look terrible. But it'll be fine. It's fine. It's just some purification. Don't worry about that. Why'd I do that? Dirt, 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 dirt. Hi. How you doing, friend? Friend? Friends don't hit each other. Bad. Go that way. Oh, the adventures of work. The good news is I think I'm going to be heading home soon. I think we're going to be heading home Saturday. I say think because you never know. The joke used to be that we never knew if we were leaving until we were in the truck, but it seems as though that does not hold true anymore. Because me and my buddy were heading to California last year when we got the phone call about 3 hours away. Oh, maybe we were further than that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We got the phone call nonetheless to say, hey, turn around, come home. They're not ready for us. So we did. So now the joke is, who knows? We leave when we leave, right? You never know until you roll onto site. But yeah, I think our days are numbered here at Brainasium, so we will see how it goes. Oh, and tomorrow... I'm definitely not going to stream. Not even a little bit. I'm going to try to get a video recorded, finished. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck, because it's been a struggle. Nah, getting off at a decent hour gives me a little bit more motivation to do what I've been trying to do. Come on, dude. Plugging this mouse into the other port has seemed to help. Still not great, but it's not as terrible as it was. That's good. Yeah, crazy, crazy times. Such is life, though, right? You know, like my wife says, I did choose this career. I knew what I was getting myself into. Well, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. They tricked me. No. I knew it was going to be labor-intensive to a degree. I mean, it is what it is. It has been a while, though, that I have done this style of job as well. The things we were doing in, like, California, in Denver, those would be what I would consider, like, the cream of the crop type jobs. They're not totally easy, but they're also a lot easier than what we're doing now. It's good, nice work. I don't know how to describe it outside of that. But you got to do them all. You got to do things you don't like to do the things you do like. That's the way I like to look at it for the most part. Let's see. It's coming along. It's coming along. I'm liking where this is going. Boop and boop. Once this thing all gets green and stuff, it'll look 10 times better. But what I'm also going for here is eventually, and I say that very, very loosely, but I would love to spend some time and mix in a little bit of the what is it, the moss, boop boop boop, over there. I'd love to mix in the moss in certain areas. We'll see how it goes. Yep. You never know. I'm gonna run out of dirt before too long, and we'll have to change up the whole ordeal. Oh my goodness, I don't want to do that side right now. So yes, what was I going to talk about next? We were going to talk about, I think we'll do something like that. Perfect. This is the portion where I think I'm going to do like that, and then maybe like this, and this is where we're going to start implementing the stone. So stream weekend, right, is coming up this weekend. Hope everybody's excited for it, hyped for it, and ready. It's going to be awesome. Saw a DB in there. That's exciting. Ain't seen old DB in a minute. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. I honestly don't know what I'll be doing or where I will be. Originally, when we were making the schedule for the stream weekend, because as you guys know, we plan these things out in advance. It's not, I know this might come to a surprise to some of you, but it doesn't magically happen. It's not like the stars all align and boom, all the TV members are now streaming. Oh, we got to plan it out. And we were working 12-hour days at that point. So I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I didn't know if I was going to still be working 12s or what. And now it looks like I'm going to be driving home. So Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to partake in the partay this weekend. Oh, I'm out of stone. But it's okay. It's fine. Maybe if we drive Saturday and Sunday like originally planned, maybe we can sneak in at the tail end on Saturday. Maybe. I cannot make any promises. I have had a few comments from a few individuals, mainly other people I play on the server with, that said they would go insane the schedule I work and the things that I do, because there's never a clear cut. You're working this day, you're not working this day. You're going to be here on this day, you're going to be back on this day. It's never like that. It never has been like that either. And a lot of it has to do with COVID. If we're being perfectly honest, COVID not only shut a lot of things down, but it postponed a lot of things. So a lot of these plants and areas that we work at, where was I at? Right here, I believe. They postponed a lot of these different jobs that they were planning. And now that kind of everything's getting back in working order to a degree, these places are wanting this stuff that they wanted done before. They want it done now. So this is one of the busiest I've ever seen us at this point in the year, which is a good and a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing because we're busy. It's a bad thing because we're busy. We don't have, we're a smaller shop, I should say. And so there's a lot of projects going on, and we can only do so much with the manpower that we have at hand. So, yeah, we're busy. That's why I was in Denver for a short little while. And as a matter of fact, a buddy of mine was texting me and said, "Hey, man, I'm heading to Denver." I said, "No doubt. What are you doing? Business or pleasure?" And he says, "Business." And I said, "Really?" So he was going up to do what is called loop checks. Basically, they test every little wire to make sure that it is going to go and do what it is intended to do. And that's a really, really easy gig. You sit there with a meter for 10 hours a day, touching the probes to things, saying, "Yep, nope, yep, nope, huh." There's a bit of huh in it. And I was like, dang, man, I wish I was doing that, because, like I said, the work that we are doing currently, it is, well, I guess I didn't say it. The work that we're doing right now, building a cooling tower, is hard work. It's heavy work. It's labor intensive. But it's got to be done. And I'll tell you, I will answer your question momentarily, Juliana. I will. But I gotta tell you, you gotta. It's a bad way to say it, but pay your dues. You gotta pay your dues. You gotta do it all. You gotta do the bad. You gotta do the good. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get good work all the time. That's not how life even remotely works. So I don't mind doing it. And the really, really good news is the plant that we're working for, asking for a friend. Okay, I'll answer here in just a second. Basically, how we even got this job is because last year they wanted a miracle. They wanted like a ridiculous amount of work done in a very short time, and they paid handsomely for it. As far as I know, I really don't get to see that side of things, but I think a deal more or less was made that if You guys can get this work done in the time that you say you can get it done. We'll give you the other job right across the way there at your price. So we did. We pulled off a miracle. We got the job done. They got up and operational by the date that they wanted, and they gave us the job. And here we are doing it, and there's stipulations on this one. Like I said, that we've got to be done by the 2nd of November because we are doing all the raceways. Basically all the things that the wire's going to. We're not pulling the wire. That's another company that's doing that. But we have to be out of their way so that they can do their work on a given day. Let's just do... I probably hosed myself, but it's fine. Oh, it is a crazy, crazy, crazy thing. And as I said earlier, we did get just an absolute ridiculous amount of work done in a very short time that anybody who was anybody paying attention would agree that not everybody can do that. Hey man, back off. Hey bro, chill. We're just streaming, having fun. Why you gotta be so rude? Alright, let's see. Oh no, I'm short week, friend with bad knees. I will stick with accounting. Yeah. It's labor intensive. Did you watch my short video? My little short? It's not a short. I couldn't figure that out. I was at work when I posted it. Don't tell my boss. He gonna be mad. So if you saw my little short video, I did about a 45-foot climb. Well, I didn't do the climb because I can't record while climbing with both hands. Well, I could, but I could also get in a lot of trouble for it because you ain't supposed to do that. But rules are meant to be broken sometimes. Don't tell them. No, good for business, bad for business. Electricians are part of a union. How does one join? Yeah, he's just looking for a workmate. Not me, dude. You stay in the water. I'll stay on the land. Preferably in the nether. Anyway, joining is really easy. You just got to find the JATC, which is the school portion. Typically, you can go down and talk to them or the local hall. A Google search would probably be simple. Because it really depends on the area of where you're at. That's going to depict the local number for you. Because I'm a member of Local 113, thus the 113 in my name. For those that didn't know, now you know. And that's Colorado Springs. Pueblo is Local 12. Denver is Local 68. And Grand Junction is Local 111. So it's all very dependent upon where you're at. Wyoming has 2 locals. Cheyenne is Local 415. And Casper is Local 322. What is it? 291 is Boise, Idaho, and 449 is Pocatello, Idaho. Why are they different? Or that? So, you could Google IBW in your location, whatever city you're in. That might help you. But no, like I said, it's labor intensive. Okay, mouse. Okay, we get it. You're not liking what's going on. I understand. I will buy a new one and I will throw you in the trash so fast because you were $80. And I'm so mad because you were a good mouse. The last one I bought was great. I didn't have problems and I used that thing for a year until I lost it. I didn't lose it. I left it in a hotel. Accident. What the heck was I talking about? Ay. Scatterbrain still coming off the 12-hour days. We're in Chicago. Hold on. Oh, Chicago. That's Detroit. Eight. There, buddy. Local IBW Local 134 Labor Union in Chicago, Illinois. I don't know. I know Chicago is big. I'm not sure if there is multiple chapters. I know sometimes they have different things. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Dang, that was my neck if you heard that cracking and popping. Yeah, you just have to call local 134 and see what they say. Typically, you want to speak to the business agent. That's the person I was leading you down the wrong path by telling you to talk to the JATC. That's who you talk to after. It was working good. It really was, and then it just took a poop. Oh, I really like this mouse. It's a bad thing, and they're $80. I don't want to buy a new one, but I'm going to have to. Do I have a place for sand? I do. I don't have any sand, or not that much, rather. Alright, let's try to go back at it. Do we have any other things that we can throw? No. No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Let's go. I think we've made pretty good progress. We did that little bit over there. We did this a lot over here. It's looking good. The snow I don't mind here. We did have some minor... We did have some comments, suggestions rather, on how to fix our snow problem here. There's a couple of different things we could do. We could put a glass layer all the way at the top. We could burn the building down. We could just never build in the overworld again. That'll be fun. Okie dokie, we'll call and ask for the business agent. Awesome. Yeah, that's typically the person you want to talk to. I won't get into the complainings of my local and my business agent because they're not the same everywhere. My son is now 20, needs a career for the future. Yes, yes. The trades are good. I don't know how it is in Chicago, but I know in Colorado, I push my son towards the tinners and the pipe fitters because they make more money. Which, let me go out and say this comment, but I want to start out by saying in no way, shape, or form am I hating on tin knockers or am I hating on pipe fitters. They're all skilled trades for a reason. But I digress. Because being an electrician takes more, in my opinion. Now, I could be totally 100% wrong because I don't know. I'm not a tin knocker, nor am I a pipe fitter. Do not call pipe fitters plumbers. They get so mad. It's funny. It's only funny on a construction site, though, because a construction site's not a safe space. Just so you know. Feelings get left in the truck. Anyway, I did push my kid towards that. I've been pushing my kids towards the trade. Not pushing them. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I've been pushing them. I've been telling them that the trades are a good path to take after school for a couple of different reasons. A lot of parents, and again, this isn't derogatory, this is just me stating things I've noticed. A lot of people, and parents included, push their kids towards college, okay? You push your 18-year-old child to a college, and I call them a child because they are a child. They literally just hit adulthood. They don't know adulthood yet. They don't know what life has in store for them. It's a wild, crazy world out there, and it can be a cruel world out there as well. But one of my kids is 20 years old, same thing. He doesn't really know, he's almost 20. He doesn't know what he wants to do with his life, and that's fine. I'm not pushing him too heavy into anything because I want him to take his time and figure it out. Right now, he's got a nice little job, I think, because he's the nudgy. There you go. That's a good word for it. he's got a good job. He's like the only one that they can rely on at McDonald's where we're at. He's had that job since he was like 17. And I mean, they're pushing him to go through their manager program. And I mean, that's a career path. That is an honest career path. I know of people that have been general managers of like Wendy's that make 60 grand a year, which is not great. Not for Colorado anymore because the cost of living is ridiculous, but it's not a bad start. And if that's what he wants to do, so be it. But a lot of people, and I'm referring to the teachers at my kids' school in particular, were really, really pushy, not nudgy, they were actually pushy about the kids going straight to college after high school. Now, I get their side of the argument. One of their arguments were, the kids are fresh out of education, and if they're going to continue their education, they need to go into it right away, as to not, lose some of the knowledge that they have gained. So I understand the retention there and what they're talking about. But my kid literally had to ask a couple months ago if he could go to the bathroom and get a little hall pass, and you want him to sign a piece of paper that says he's going to go to your school for 4 years, he's going to borrow $20,000 a year for 4 years, he's going to get a degree, and then after he gets his degree, he has to pay that $20,000 for 4 years, $80,000 back to you, signing his life away. So that's my big push, or my big problem with them pushing. These kids, they don't know. They don't know. That's too much pressure, too, for a kid, I think. What are you going to do with your life, kid? What are you just lazy and you're not thinking about your future? Hey, man, back off. He's a kid. 18 years old, you're still a kid. You haven't experienced anything yet. To me, adulthood, again, these are my opinions. These do not reflect the opinions of Truly Bedrock or any of its affiliates. Put a disclaimer in. Until you've gone out in the real world and you've moved away from mom and dad's house and you're got your own stable stuff and you're doing your own thing, you're still a kid, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. In no way, shape, or form is that a derogatory statement. You're a kid, it's whatever. You're 18, sure. Okay. Yes, by law, you're a legal adult. You can sign your life away. Yes, absolutely. But I did a bunch of dumb crap when I was 18 years old. Uh-oh, we're running out of dirt. And it took me until I was 30 years old. Well, it took me until I was about 22 years old, so 4 years to realize how stupid I was being. And then it took me from 22 until I was over 30 years old to fix all of that monetary loss and start gaining. So I'm a big advocate for, if you don't know, don't spend the money. Let's see. I didn't want him to go to college, but with the economy the way it is, I felt a trade is a safer option for now. He could put himself through college later down the line. So here's the thing. Another big reason that I was getting nudgy with my kids about the trades is because when the pandemic hit, a lot of kids should have paid attention. They started shutting everything down. Restaurants, chiropractors, things like that were getting shut down, right? Doctors were still working. Nurses were still working. Firefighters were still working. First responders, police officers, the trades were still working. People still needed their electricity to power their devices at home so they could do their online schools. They could do their jobs from home. All kinds of things. And some people got that luxury. I wish I could do my job from home. I'm just jealous because I can't. There is absolutely no way I could fix your outlet from my house. Hell, my buddy that had me come up to where he lives north of Denver there was telling me all about his problem. And I said, look, man, I could tell you 20 different things that it could be, but until I put my grubby little hands on it, I ain't going to know. And when I went there, literally his problem was he had 3 outlets that were burned up. For whatever reason, they had too much load on them at one time, and they were like melted and black. And I was like, yeah, we just need to replace these. And he's like, really? That's going to fix my whole problem? I'm like, yeah, should. And he's like, what if it don't? And I'm like, well, if it don't, then I need to rethink my career path and try something different. I'm young. I could still learn a trade. But the trades did not stop working. If nothing else, I worked more during the pandemic than I did before the pandemic. So it was really a learning experience for younger people if they were paying attention. Or if they had a set of parents that were paying attention, like me, and started saying, hey, look, hey, you with the face, look at the thing. You watch this thing all the time with dumb videos and people doing stupid things. This is something that's very important. So yeah, I got one kid heading down that path, and crap, I don't know about the other ones. The other one's got a couple years left in them before they got to really think about it. Let's see, yeah, the hubby's job made it into a work from home job. He works for Comcast. They were and still are super busy with the internet demand. Absolutely, and that's a hard job to do from home if you're on the service tech side of things. If you actually have to go out and fix the things, I know there's many different aspects to doing that job. I don't know what they are, but yeah, the service techs, big one that stayed working, obviously. And I really found it. I didn't get like super crappy about it, but at one point I was like, it's really great that they are thanking the doctors and nurses and all these first responders that stayed working. But what about the tradespeople, the middle class, the working class people that nobody really thinks about that often, that were out there making sure you had your water, you had your electricity, you had your gas, making sure that all these plants were still producing those things, that the consumables that people use every day. It's just not a thing. And I told him to consider YouTube, but he's an introvert, so that was a no. The other's 9, and she is certain she wants it. Yeah, all young kids do. I think young kids don't understand that it's a job. Like, this takes effort and time and planning and all kinds of things. That's how I got started. It was on a dare. I was telling all my kids that it's more than just playing video games and putting it up on the internet for people to watch. You have to bring something to the table. There's all kinds of things to it. And my kids were like, well, if you know so much about it, then why don't you do it? I'm like, maybe I will. Nurses are middle class too. They oddly enough don't make big money. They should, right? They're the ones that do everything. The doctor comes in and looks at the nurse's notes, and then they like poke you a little bit, and they're like, take this pill and you'll be fine, or here's an ointment. The nurses are the ones grabbing the people that are, getting sick in the lobby, or the person with their foot hanging off the wrong way. Oh, I got mad respect for nurses, dental assistants, people like that don't get a lot of, it's not credit that they don't get. They just kind of get pushed down a peg because somebody has a doctorate. And I'm not frowning upon you if you have a doctorate. Congratulations. 16 years of your life was spent trying to get that. That is a huge achievement. Congratulations. But there's a whole working machine that it takes for a hospital to run, not just a doctor. Hell, the janitors at a hospital don't get enough credit. They're the ones keeping everything clean, sanitized. When I was working at Evans Army Hospital, there's literally 2 younger people that all they did all day, every day, was they picked up new uniforms, new scrubs and stuff, and they delivered them throughout the hospital. If they weren't doing their job, people would not have clean, sanitized clothes to do their job. And they never get a nod. I'm all about the underdog, man. Oh, well, I'm out of dirt. So there's a couple of things we could do. We could take some of this gravel. I'm having a hard time. My nose is starting to really mess with me right now. draining. It's icky. I don't want to talk about it. But we can take some of this gravel. We can turn it into coarse dirt. We can spread the coarse dirt, and then we could hit it with a hoe and then let it do its thing. Ah, it's dark out. I'm scared. Oh, and I can't sleep down here because of the stupid phantoms. It was a great idea. Actually, I can. They like to stay by the door. Perfect. So that's that option, but it's getting to be that time of the evening where I was going to end the stream. Anyway, we got a decent amount of work done. I like this. This is all starting to look a lot cleaner. And hopefully, in the coming couple of weeks, we will be back on track, making videos and doing live streams and all the things that we did. Like I said, I'm gonna have to look into buying a new mouse because this thing is just kaput, and it sucks, man. It really sucks. I love this mouse. I really do. It's perfect. I guess I'll just have to buy another one. But yeah, there's quite a few things that I want to finish up. This thing and all of this and this. I still don't know what to do with that. There's a little bit over here that we gotta do. Spoilers now. We've done work down here. Yep. Spoilers at the end of the stream. I always like to do spoilers on the stream. But it's coming together. The base is coming together. I've got a little bit more to do on the outside here. Hey man, what's happening? And the big thing that I want to do is block out the snow, because Liara flew over the base and it looked very odd with a nether style build with all the snow on it. So I want to clean all that up. But this looks great. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's all the way over there. Never mind. We did quite a bit of work. I think we laid down like 20 stacks of dirt. Oh, I've got to go get more though. I'm going to have to hit up the TV members and see who's got a bunch just lying around. Pickles, I'm looking at you. I know he's been digging out a ton of stuff, so I'll have to hit him up. But, as I said, this is where we're going to end things tonight. A shorter stream. We've only been going like an hour and 10 minutes-ish. But I'm fizzled, and what is it, like 8:45 my time? And all this stuffiness, I just got to go lay down. So thank you guys for stopping in tune. I appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.